Hi, this is Jesse with Clog Pro Plumbing. I'm at a mainline blockage at 8547 North Oswego Avenue in Portland, Oregon. Basically, there was a massive root intrusion right here, just at the transition from the plastic sewer line to the city lateral at the curb line here. And so you can see this massive root wad, and it looks like, yeah, it's going to concrete pipe. And so I located this. This is right at the curb, so the line has been replaced up to the curb. But just kind of making a video, I just was able to get the root nozzle through, but you can still see there's a massive wad here and had a heck of a time getting through it. So I'm going to try to cut a little more out. But I'm just kind of making this video for the customer and for the city of Portland so they can see kind of how bad this is. Alright, so after a few passes I was able to cut pretty much most of this root out. Here we are, and then it transitions to clay right away. Making sure there is no other roots in the line. And then there is where it ties into the main. Alright, we're going to go ahead and locate this for the city. Alright, so we were able to... Josh. So we were able to cut pretty much all the root intrusion out. Right here we're at the city main. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling it back. So there's my root nozzle. And so, of course, you can see little scragglers kind of coming in so often, pretty much all the joints, but I was able to get them all cut out. And then right here was the massive root ball, and then I located this for the city. This is right at the curb, so the line's been replaced probably 20 years ago because they haven't allowed ABS in the right of way for at least 15 that I know of. But there's no curb marker, so it definitely was done, quite a while ago. But anyhow, it's been replaced. This is all plastic. Those are just roots that I cut. It should just flush on out. In fact, I'll run some water just to flush them all out. Yeah, we do a lot in there, so. Now we're in the cast iron. Clean out, so we're going to run some water just to flush those out, and then I'll rescope it real quick. Alright, so just ran some water to flush all the loose roots out. Now we're going to do a final inspection. Right here's where it transitions to ABS. Unfortunately, whoever did this didn't install an exterior clean out, which would have made this a little easier, but that's life. Alright, and right here is again where it transitioned to concrete, then clay. This is where the massive root intrusion was. You can kind of see part of the bells broke here, but anyhow, was able to get it all cut out to give the customer some relief. And then this is the clay line, cut pretty much most of the roots out of it, so it's not an emergency, but definitely should be addressed sooner than later. And here we are at the city main. back into the ABS. And back into the cast iron, going under the house. And here we are back at the clean out in the basement. So anyhow, this concludes our video. This is Jesse with Clog Pro. Have a nice day.